All right. I'm hoping this will come out all right. Flying out here on an old farm field, man, it's kind of hardcore. See if we can get her up without tearing it up. Tractor came through here. Got trees on both sides. All right, here we go. We're gonna try it anyway. There we go. Nothing prettier than a J3 cub in the sun, man. I know it's kind of hard with this camera. It has a little fisheye. It's a GoPro Hero 7, and when you got it strapped to your head, it makes things kind of hard to... Makes things kind of hard to see, but I'm trying to keep it in frame here with my forehead. Look at that. I mean, it just doesn't get any better than that. Sun's getting ready to set. It's 5:30 in the afternoon. It's winter time. I think this is January the 4th. And just got done splitting wood, or actually chopping wood and carrying it up to the house. And thought I'd come out and get me a little bit of nitro time. One thing you guys need to remember: takeoff is optional, landing is mandatory. And when you're flying out of an old peanut field, it sure makes things pretty tough to land on the road. It's very narrow. Typically I'm down in that bottom down there where the irrigation pivot's at, and I'm flying, have a pretty decent landing area there. But the sun, the way it was sinking, I was gonna have to take off into the sun. And so I thought maybe I'd just piddle around out here in the middle of the field. It's gonna be a while before they plant it again, or disc it up, harrow it up. There was peanuts in it last year. Not sure if it's gonna be cotton or corn this year. So look at that. It's so pretty, man. It just doesn't do it justice. You absolutely have to get out and start flying planes. If you guys have ever thought about it, and you like the J3 Cub, this is a great, I wouldn't call it a first plane, maybe a second plane if you understand the fundamentals of flying. But this is an old balsa Hanger 9 that I bought from a guy who bought it at an estate sale. And, you know, I took a chance on it, and if I'd have seen it in person before I bought it, I probably would have tried to beat the guy down a little bit on it. But I mean, heck, it's a J3 Cub, and I put a Saito 82 engine on it, and it's just as honest as the day is long. I've got it dialed in to where it flies absolutely wonderful. But what I was getting at is, if you guys are, or anybody that's watching this video, if they want to, you know, start learning how to fly, I would get a trainer. Hanger 9 makes a J3 Cub. It's made out of foam, which is a great little airplane. And there you go. Nice flyby. It's a great little airplane. It would be a pretty good beginner plane, I guess, because it has a gyro in it and safety stuff, and makes things a lot easier to fly. I think you can get into it for $300 or something. I I've been a mechanic for 40 plus years now, and well, professionally for 35, almost 40 maybe. No, I'd say 35. So it's one of those deals that, you know, I've been a mechanic in my whole life, and I was in the 3rd grade, and they took us all to the cafeteria, and that's where the auditorium was / cafeteria, and there was a stage. And there was a guy in there had this big long tube on a, I called it a jet engine, but he had this tube on the table, and he put his ear protection on, and he cranked that thing up, and it went to screaming. Had it set to it was on a gearbox, a set of wagon wheels, and I told somebody that I probably looked like somebody at an Elvis concert. You know, I was standing in my chair with my mouth wide open, saying, "This is what I'm going to do the rest of my life," and that's in the 3rd grade. And you guys got to remember, I grew up on a ranch out in Texas, and so I was, you know, I've been a cowboy my whole life, but got bit by the engine bug, I guess you could say, and have been a Cummins diesel tech for many years. And anyways, just absolutely love this. I'll be quiet so you can hear this come by. Isn't that sweet? So small engines, lawnmower engines, little tiny airplane engines, I mean, all of it. Since I was a little kid, I've just loved them, and just learned how to fly. You know, I got a trainer, and I started out years ago with a 3-channel, and man, I crashed a bunch of them over the years. Here we go again, another flyby. But anyway, I just I got back into it just a couple years ago, after being out of it for 16 years, 15, 16 years. And it's just as fun now as it was back then, you know. Just absolutely love. And I'm not a stunt pilot. I mean, this is what I do, fly in circles. And I get great enjoyment out of just flying. So it's a lot of fun. It is a load of fun. And it's never been easier. I tell people all the time, flying is probably easier than it ever has been with all the modern day technology that they've got. And it's just, I don't know. Wish I could get the farmer to let me make a runway out here. But when it's this late in the afternoon, man, that's what's great about a small plane, to be able to come out and fly. I have a couple nitro planes, which are Cubs, and but I just all my giant scale stuff, my big gassers, it's hard to come and fly those out here in this field. Just don't have a lot of place to land if something goes wrong. And peanut field doesn't look too bad, but it'll rip the landing gears out from underneath it. It's rough. And I'm a little worried about this dirt here. I could walk down to the bottom down there, but it's a long walk. Trying to watch the airplane and fly, but figured I can make it land at some point. And this is my go-to everyday flyer, so I don't want to screw it up. I do have a little bit of a breeze coming, so let's see. That was got 57 seconds left on the timer, and I got plenty of fuel to do plenty of go rounds, but I'll see if we can't drag her in here real slow and and bring her down. Whoop, a little off there. I'm trying to keep from running into the trees and the brush, you know. The only thing that would really make this thing better, which most cubs don't have them, is to have a set of flaps on here. Would be the ticket. Boy, I thought I just crashed into that tree just now. There we go. Look at that. Boy, that really, guys, I got to tell you, that's pretty darn exhilarating, man. I was holding my breath on that deal. Oh my gosh, man, that's, see if I can get it to turn around. It's hard to do when you got tractor ruts out here. Yeah, oh, yeah. I'm not gonna be able to get it over these humps, but listen at it. Oh, the smell of that nitro is so good. Let's see, what do we have? Oh, I still got plenty of fuel. Battery's still good. Let me see. Sure you guys are let's see if we can make this thing go again. We'll try it one more time. I know I'm always pushing my luck with these planes, but look at that. So that's why having a little bit more power, you can still fly scale, but you can have just enough power to get you out of a pinch when you need it. And that's my timer. I got a 5-minute timer on here. I think I could probably fly 8 minutes on this fuel tank, but I think I just put a 5-minute timer and never did change it to 8. It's always better to be safe than sorry. Come in, land it, check it, because if you're hot rodding and you're really rocking and rolling and doing loops and really driving the engine hard, then yeah, you're going to use a lot more fuel. But when you're just putting around like this, it's nothing to it. So I'll be quiet and let you guys hear a couple flybys. Boy, those thermals really mess with these planes. I mean, you can just see it. Maybe not so much on camera, but when I hit a cold spot or a hot spot, I can see it really just kind of. Oh, no. There we go. Look at that. It's hung up on a. Come on, baby. Come on around here. There we go. Man, if you only knew how many of these old Cubs had landed in farm fields over the years. So they were, you know, they sold for 1,500 bucks, and their slogan was easy to buy and easy to fly. And with that $1,500, you got 2 or 3, I think it was 3 free flying lessons. And they crashed a lot of them over the years, but man, I mean, I've got a neighbor that's got one. I don't know what year model it is, but I think they, I think 1936, 37 maybe, is when they started these things. The first one flew in 1937 maybe. And just a wonderful, listen to that thing idle. All right, I guess you guys are tired of hearing it now, huh?
Throttle cut off.
There you go. Well, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that little afternoon hop around the peanut field. And, you know, I didn't really set out to start making RC videos. I just had my camera to kind of see what was going on one day, and thought I'd try it again and fly a little bit closer in and see if it worked out. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.